Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty. Get this money, man. Fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're mad at me.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy Judgemental podcast.
It's Phil back in the house.
And I'm Leroy. So what's going on today, Phil?
Not much. Just a nice, beautiful day out. Wash the cars, chilling, relaxing. So with you?
None. Same here. You know that Rita Water Ice is back open.
Yeah, I heard they wasn't giving out free water ice this year though.
No, because they don't want people standing in front, the crowd and everything.
That's bullshit because people gonna be in the crowd anyway as soon as they open. And it's not like they're giving out a full water ice. They got them little baby cups. You sitting there and waiting in line forever for that little free baby cup. You might as well just buy you some water ice.
Right. So, okay, Phil. Today is your day. We got a story for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you know Phil. Everybody knows Phil world famous stories about food. Something going wrong with the order, the wrong order, a nasty attitude from the waiter or waitress. Something's always going wrong. So go ahead, Phil.
Sure is.
Tell us your smash burger story.
Smash burgers. What was this about a week ago? Maybe 2 weeks ago? I think it was a week ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got my mouth all ready for smash burgers. Like, all right, we get smash burgers for dinner. And smash burgers, they use like top quality meat, that Angus beef. And then they got like this bacon. They pretty much put bacon on all these sandwiches. Nice big thick pieces, banging. So all I was thinking about was a double bacon. That shit is so good. It's expensive, but it's good. It's like $9 for a burger and shit. They don't even include fries in the drink.
Okay, now is this a thick burger or?
I get the double, so it's 2 patties.
Do you remember back in the day when you used to go to the corner store and used to get a hamburger and it was like real big with a big bun?
Yeah, no.
It's not. Okay.
I know what you're talking about. No, it's not like that. This is it's like a upscale fast food type of joint, like a Wendy's but a upscale. So they make like they have like a number 1, number 2, meals.
Yeah.
And then they use that good ice cream. What's the top ice cream brand that they use for milkshakes?
Breyers?
Not Breyers.
Ben and Jerry's?
Not Ben and Jerry. What the hell is it? Hold on. Bang, what's the ice cream they use over there? Remember I said that's some Haagen-Dazs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and the smash burgers is right next to my stepdaughter's job. So when I went to go pick her up, me and my wife was like, all right, bet we're gonna get some smash burgers, for dinner. And I was like, bet. That's all I was thinking, because I don't get them that much because they cost so much. Like I said, it's like $9 for a burger, not even talking about the meal. I think they want it's 9 and some change, and then you gotta pay 4 and some change to add fries and a drink. Something like that. Shit, I think the milkshakes are $8 too there. Well, anyway, we went there and I said, let me get the double smash. You ain't even gotta say bacon because like I said, bacon come with everything. Then the girl was like, we all out of bacon. I'm like, what the fuck?
What time was this?
This was about 8 o'clock, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about, I think my stepdaughter got off at 8 o'clock. So I was there at 8 o'clock to pick her up, and she just sat in the car. We went right next door to the Smash Burger. So it was about 8 o'clock. And she was like, we don't have no bacon. So I'm like, oh my God. So then I'm like, all right, well, where we going? Because I'm ready to roll. And my wife was like, nah, since we're here, let's just get them. Don't even worry about it. I'm like, no, but I was thinking about this, John. They charge you $9 and some change for a burger. So it's $8 and some change without the bacon. Like, if I'm paying that much, I might as well go somewhere else and get what I want. You know what I mean? So she was like, we already here. You know what I mean? So let's just get it. And then I can just make some bacon at home. So we got them, and I was like, well, since they ain't got no bacon, I might as well spend $8 and get one of these milkshakes since it is Haagen-Dazs. So I was like, let me get one of them milkshakes, strawberry or something, or whatever I said. And then she was like, we're not making milkshakes. I'm like, huh? And she's like, yeah, we're not making milkshakes. And I don't understand what she mean. I don't understand she's not making milkshakes because of COVID, but what that got to do with anything? Just wash the damn machine and put a lid on. Everybody else still make milkshakes.
See, I'm thinking like maybe they were ready to close and they was breaking everything down to clean it up.
Well, it was 8 o'clock, so I don't think they was closing. What time they closed? I'm thinking they closed at like 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. Because even when I pick her up, when she work, her late days are like 9 o'clock. When I pick her up at 9 o'clock, it's still people coming and going in there. You know what I mean? So it wasn't about the clothes. That's what Shay was saying. Like maybe they're gonna close and they just already cleaned it. I'm like, you can't be jumping the gun that early. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you
because they
close.
want to get out of there by to the clock.
So you gonna wash the milkshake machine at 8 o'clock so you can leave at 10 o'clock. How much? You don't need no damn 2 hours to clean no equipment.
I mean, to break everything down.
No,
They put
I
all
ain't. No, that's some bullshit.
the.
And I was like, man, this is crazy. So now I'm all heated and shit. You ain't got milkshakes, you ain't got bacon. And I hate to say this, but it seems like it's always the black establishments that motherfucking managers always on a bullshit when it comes to inventory. Because it was only 3 black people that was in there. So I'm pretty sure one of them had to be like, the assistant manager or something. It
Mhm.
was a big dude on a grill. I think he probably taking the bacon home or something because he's kind of big. Like, how do you not have bacon when bacon comes on everything that you serve here? I just don't understand that. And then I said, all right, maybe because of COVID, they don't make milkshakes. But my stepdaughter was like, no, I got milkshake from there before. So I'm like, oh shit. Well, it's gonna be a long time before I see them. I didn't hit up Mr. Smash and let him know the bullshit going on here, but I thought about it.
Oh, I did.
I just never got around to it. But I think that's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Because if it was a white establishment, they would have been on top of all this shit and they would have had bacon. Like, what the fuck? How you not have bacon when bacon come on every sandwich? It reminded me when I went to Hood McDonald's back in the day, and they told me they was like, I asked for a Big Mac, and they was like, I can get you a Big Mac, but we don't have the middle bread. And
What
I was
the
like,
hell?
yep, McDonald's on 52nd Street. They said they don't have the middle bread. They was like, if you don't mind, we can put the bottom bun in the middle for you. I said, all right, and I just had that little weird ass Big Mac, but
All right, did you get a discount?
no, I ain't get no discount. But I did back in those days. I got a lot of free shit from that McDonald's. Like they used to take care of me, so I wasn't about to complain to the company or nothing.
Okay.
Like they used to always throw like extra burgers in the bag and shit like that all the time. And I don't
Mhm.
think they was doing it on the dumb tip. I think they just knew we used to always come there, so they just look out like that. You know what I mean? So I didn't complain about it.
Right. So Friday in Montgomery County, did you hear about the story about the 13-year-old boy shooting his 12-year-old sister?
I don't know all the details, but I did see it flash across the TV.
The officials say the mother of the children, the mother of Daisy Vasquez, asked her son to go outside to her car to get her 9mm handgun that was legally
Oh,
registered.
she asked him to go get the gun.
Yes.
Strike one, but go ahead.
Authorities said the 13-year-old entered the house with the handgun and pointed at his sister. So she asked him to get a gun, a 13-year-old. He went to the car and got it. Maybe he like pointed it at her and think it wasn't loaded, and he shot her. But my thing is, you charging this boy. Why you not charging a mom with some form of neglect or something?
The mom should be charged.
Exactly. Yeah, son, go in my car and get my gun.
That sounds crazy to me.
Now,
What
how
kind of shit
often?
is that?
Now, the thing is, how often did he do this? They must have
Mhm.
done it all the time.
See, I didn't know the details, so I just assumed like maybe some kids was just found the gun in the house and was playing with it. I didn't know she asked him to go get the gun. That's crazy. She need to be locked up. Did
Yep.
the kid die?
Yes.
She should be charged for murder. Mm,
Now,
At least manslaughter.
when I first heard it, I thought it was. I said, "Oh shit, there goes Mama boyfriend again. Mama's thug boyfriend got a gun in the house, and the kids done found it."
Yeah, because we heard that story plenty of times.
Yep. And I'm like, damn. She had said, "Go ahead, gun. Hey, son, go in my car and get my gun, please." What the hell?
Damn.
Yep, that's a sad story.
You would think like she'd be if she too lazy to go to the car, she'd be at the door as soon as he come back with it so she can take it out his hand.
Right. Now, was the gun did she have the gun like in one of them you know how they have those I don't know how to is it like a kind of like a one of those purse carrying cases? You know how they have those guns in the little like a little kind of
The
carrying case. It's not
holsters,
no,
the
it's not a
carrying
holster.
holster,
No, it's not a holster. It's like made of like
gun
purse.
bag.
Maybe I guess what they would call it a gun bag. Like it
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
maybe it was one in one of them. I don't know.
If she
Hey,
too lazy to get her ass up and get her own gun, she should have left it in the car for the night.
exactly. So
You said he was 9,
no, 13.
13. Did it say
13.
what type of gun it was? Was it
Nine
real?
9mm.
Mm. So he had to cock it and aim it. unless she already had a bullet in the chamber waiting.
Maybe it was already in the chamber. I'm thinking he was pointing it, playing around with it, thinking it wasn't loaded. So, like, did she? What was she like in her bedroom or something?
That's what I'm saying. Like when all that was going on, where was she at?
I don't know, but yeah, and they charging the kid, and they wanted to release the kid on bond, but then the district attorney said no, they wanted to hold the kid in juvenile detention. And I'm listening to all this stuff. I'm like, well, what about the mom? You gonna charge her?
Yeah, she definitely need to get charged.
Right, that's crazy. So I didn't tell you about this one. My cousin Jay told me this earlier today. Jacob Shaw is a Miami Beach high school basketball coach, right? He got blamed, but it's some celebrity twerker, Natia Ness, had contacted him about having some damn twerk tour at his school. They needed a place to have it. So this was last year. This was June last year. So so he was like, well, you could use the gym. They had the gym there at the high school. So he contacted the principal, Maria Rodriguez, and the activity director, Melee and Costa. He contacted them about doing it. The girl was going to charge him $4,300. So he had told the principal and the activities director during text like we were going to have this event here at the school. The first thing you think the principal would have said no. I would think she said no. But here's the thing.
Now are they renting the school out like when the school's not open? Just renting like the gym out or something to do whatever they trying to do?
No, well, I'm pretty sure they probably do, but you have to get approval and all that shit. So the basketball coach did get approval. He did it because I forgot I should have started off with this. He did it because he was going to use the money, the travel, one of them travel basketball teams. He wanted to travel with the basketball team, so he was going to use that money to travel with the basketball team.
How much was he charging her for that?
$4,300.
Okay.
Well, okay, so here's the kicker. So you would think that, okay, it was first thing the principal would have asked, well, what is this for? And when he said it was a damn twerk tour, she should have told him absolutely not. But here's the kicker what she said. She said, yeah, but you're going to have to break me off some of that money.
Times are hard.
Right. So, okay, as you read, the first two names were Latino and the basketball coach is black. So you know what they did. So the girl Nasty and Ness released the video and it became viral. So I guess the people was down here, the school district said, like, oh shit, is that our school? Is that our gym? So of course you know who got blamed for it.
The coach.
The brother. He's the only one that got in trouble. So well,
he got approved though.
Well, wait a minute. It's more to it. So I'm gonna let him tell a story. Here's a little 2-minute clip.
Because in the community, I work with the kids, and I love the kids. And the event that took place was something to help the kids, and also help the kids go on a trip to Las Vegas, so we can have some financial backing. But I got thrown up under the bus for the situation, and I did nothing to authorize the event ever. The principal is the one who authorized the event. The Miami-Dade Public Schools took my keys away from my gym. They made me sign a waiver that they weren't going to talk about the investigation. They didn't listen to my side of the story. They placed me in the region, and they silenced me so I wouldn't say anything about what happened. Okay, it's unfair to me, it's unfair to my program, it's unfair to my kids, and I'm just not going to sit here and stand up and let them do this. And they continuously put me up on investigations to try to defame my name and to my credibility to the school system and the school board and the kids that I coached and my alumni that I also have much respect for, and they have much respect for me. A friend that I know reached out to me and asked me, can they use the gym for a dance class? And I said, let me talk to my principal first. Let me talk to the administration first before I make that decision. The money was for the kids so we can go on a trip to Las Vegas to play in a basketball tournament. But the way it was done, it was they asked me to open up the gym so they can have the dance class, and they would give us payments, and then I would put the money in our booster club account, and I would give money to, and I would donate money to the school or the teachers. I mean, to the principal, to the administration, or to the PTSA or whatever, so we can have the event. They okayed it. I was the one that just opened the gym.
So one thing that the brother did is this is a message for all you young folks out there. When you doing business, don't always do it on the phone. Talking on the phone. He Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. He had he texting them the information. So they didn't, as you heard him say, that they didn't want to hear his side of the story. They just wanted to just try to get rid of him. But he had text messages between him and activities director about all this stuff. And the principal was saying, yeah, we can do this, but you're going to have to break me off too. She didn't say break me off, but she said, I want a piece
Right.
too. So always make sure when you're doing business, have this shit written down or send an email, or when you done talking on the phone, send an email saying, yeah, as we talked about on the phone. Always cover your bases. Don't just go by on the phone, because if he didn't have those text messages, the first thing they're gonna say is, well, I ain't know anything about it. But yeah, we
Yep.
talked on the phone about it. No, I don't remember that.
Gotta have
So
those receipts. That's what they say.
they didn't want to hear his side of the story, so he went to the newspaper, Miami Herald. He went to the Miami Herald with all this information. So that was last year. So in December, she was quote unquote, let's just say she left. She left the Miami Beach High School. So, but she still works in the school district. I guess she have another principal job. So
Hmm.
on Wednesday, Rodriguez, the former Beach High principal, was suspended without pay for 7 days. She was reprimanded for misconduct in office and found to be in violation of the school board policy regarding use of the district facilities. So she was only suspended for 7 days without pay. This was Wednesday now. That was last year, but Wednesday she was
Hmm.
suspended. She was suspended for 7 days without pay. That's a damn vacation.
Yep. See, they connected. They know people, so they trying to pass the blame on my brother. The thing is, when he did that event,
Hmm.
he probably should have took all the banners down, all the wording, so it's nothing that can be traced back to that school. And he probably
Right.
left stuff up there, and that's when they saw it and was like, "Oh shit, that's our school."
Yep. So he says that well, of course, he said it's because that he was black, and the two people that was really in charge was Latino.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You would think they would have shot that shit down as soon as he asked, though.
Exactly. Like, what's it for? Like, cause he said like it's for a dance competition. That's vague. That's
Uh
vague.
huh.
Like, I'm like, well, what is it actually? What are they actually doing? And
What
who are these
what kind
people?
of dance? Exactly.
Right. Oh no, they doing the twerk competition. Absolutely not. That's the first thing you think the principal will say. Not, well, break me off.
Yep.
Let me read the break me off with the money thing. The lady asked how many people are going to be in the gym. He said 300. She said, come see me. He said, okay. He was in the gym with the kids, so he finally showed up. And I guess they talked about everything. And the lady said that they were good because they needed to have the AC on and all that type of shit. And so she replied, I expect my cut, LOL. And he said, LOL, okay, waiting for them to respond back to our proposal.
A straight business arrangement.
Yep. Oh, I said 1400. I said it was 1400. She asked, but it was 1500. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What the hell, man? Well, in Indianapolis, was this Indianapolis where Malik Halfface killed his baby mom and four of her family members over a stimulus check? Here's the report.
When SWAT team officers found Malik Halfacre hiding inside the attic of a house on the east side Sunday afternoon, the family of his alleged victims tells me it was 24 hours short of the moment he walked into this house and demanded money from Genetrius Moore, the mother of his child.
He wanted some of Genetrius's tax money and stimulus money. She had just got her money, and he wanted half of her money. She said, no, you don't deserve any of this. I work, I take care of our child, you don't do anything.
Inside the house were Genetrius's mother, Tamika Brown, her brother, Daquan Moore, her cousin, Anthony Johnson, and her daughter, Eve Moore.
Daquan was trying to save his sister. He was taking up for his sister. He stood up and said, she said, you cannot have the money. You cannot have her money. That's what she said. And pushed Malik. And Malik pulled out the gun.
Why is he in the house?
To get half his bread.
And just start killing everybody.
Genetrius Moore told her family she was shot but escaped after Halfacre reportedly put their baby in the car and prepared to drive away. The baby was later recovered unharmed. The family said Genetrius feared Halfacre and knew he carried a gun.
She was afraid to leave this man because she knew that he would come back and kill her. He had threatened her numerous times, put sugar in her tank, slashed her tires.
What the hell?
Shot up her car. You know what I mean? She lived in fear with this man.
And in the end, with so much lost, all the survivors have is each other.
It's always about family here. You can't take that for granted.
Russ McQuaid, Fox 59 News.
Well, the report said it was 1,400, but she has because that was her younger child's baby father, so it was more than 1,400.
Well, he probably wanted half for the 14 because that's what they was giving the kid.
Right.
You know
I'm
what I
like,
mean? but go ahead.
I was gonna say
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that if he was just all this bad person, sugar in the tank and shooting up your car, why is he in your house? Well, how'd he get in the house?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. So as soon as he came to the door, they shouldn't have let him in. And when he got pushed, and you already know he carried a gun, y'all should have jumped up on him. Ain't no way everybody's sitting around while he reached for a gun and just aim at each one of them. Like, somebody got to be bold enough to say, I'm going to go for it. If he get me, he get me. But at least I'll attack him and everybody else can jump on him. But just to sit there and be pretty much executed is like crazy to me.
Yep. So she offered him $450, but he didn't want that.
She should have gave him 700. It was 14. She should have gave him 700. But he's a fucking fool, and now his life is over.
Yep. Ladies, please watch out who y'all messing with.
Stop having babies by these fucking clowns.
Well, speaking of that, let's get on Nicole Herbert shooting the officer Big Josh Baker in Nashville.
Nika.
I said Nakia. I'm bad at names, y'all. Sorry.
You fuck every name up, boy.
Yeah. So we all seen the video. Everybody's seen the video where the lady shot the cop inside of the car. Here's they talking about it. The news reporter is talking about like the cop didn't have any probable cause. I don't know when the hell she was watching, but here's the video.
Probable cause for what? To shoot?
Yeah, like she didn't shoot him first. Hold on.
The cop is a
we
fucking
also
idiot.
have new uncut video of the shootout between Metro Police Officer.
We'll get into that, what you said too.
Josh Baker and Nika Holbert. Our Hannah McDonald shares the video and reports on the officer's decision to search her bag, although she was not his target.
Is anybody in there with you?
For the first time, we're hearing Nika Holbert and Officer Josh Baker meet face to face on Friday. This is the uncut footage from the officer's body camera. It shows Holbert giving him her non-driver ID card and explaining the car she's in is no longer Damon Buchanan's, who Baker thought he was pulling over.
Where's he at?
I have no idea.
Is there anything illegal in here I need to know about?
Weed.
Where's that at?
After spending a few seconds leaned over into the car, Baker asks Holbert to stop.
Just bring your bag out here. Ma'am, stop going through it.
We need to know the backstory.
Was this investigation of Holbert deserved? We asked our legal expert. Although the officer expected to face a man with 6 outstanding drug warrants, believing drugs are in this car with this woman gives an officer the right to investigate, says attorney Nick Leonardo.
In this case, you walk up to the vehicle, you're looking for a male. There's not a male there, but when you approach the vehicle, you see a firearm or a weapon, or you see drugs in plain view. And at that point in time, you would have a duty as a police officer to conduct, further investigation.
The police video shows the officer finding what the department says was marijuana and a powdery substance. And then when Baker tries to handcuff Holbert, a struggle that's hard to watch. Still, the video that police published has been viewed more than 2 million times on YouTube.
People are starting to pay a lot of attention to this body camera footage all over America, to determine what can be done to better, to have better encounters between the police and its citizens, and what is being done wrong, quite frankly.
Every bit of video would also come into play in court, if that is where this ends up. In Nashville, Hannah McDonald, News Channel 5.
Thanks.
So the cop asked the lady, "Oh, what do you have in the car?" And she said she had weed. So he went in her purse and got the weed. So what are they talking about?
The cop is an idiot, because if this dude got 6 outstanding warrants, that right there lets you know to pull a car over. Yep. She don't got a driver's license, and she got weed in the car that she admitted to. That's enough right there to lock her up and take the car. But this cop is way too fucking lackadaisical, like he don't know what's going on. He got her leaning in the car, and I think she was looking for the gun the whole time. Because how long did it take? And what was the powdery substance? She had coke on her?
That's what they're trying to imply.
And then for a big girl, she was real number with them little side straddle hops. Did you see her?
There you go, making fun of people.
Did you see the way she was moving though? Like she was going sideways, and that was real smooth with it.
And he's an idiot. Go ahead and finish. He's
an idiot because he chased her around the car and then let her get back in the car. All he had to do was lean at the door. She ain't getting in the car.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have chased her anyway. I would have let her ass just run. Where you going? I already got your driver's license.
Exactly. Well, she don't got a driver's license, a damn ID.
Well, the ID. So it got your address on it.
So when you're looking for the guy, you know that's his car. Once she says I don't know where he at, and any drugs in the car, I got weed in the car. Let me see your driver's license. I don't have a driver's license. Right then and there, I would have handcuffed her, threw her in my car, and then I'd have searched the car.
Yep.
He's sitting there letting her digging in the car. You don't know what she going for.
Exactly.
And even when he was stunning her, he was standing over top of her like damn, right side by side with her, just pressing that against her skin. That's wrong too. Like, what are you doing? Like, he could have killed her that way. You should have just dragged her out that car and handcuffed her.
And well, you said that she was getting the gun out. I was saying that it was in her purse and she was putting it in between the two seats. Because like you said, that was a long time be sitting there trying to dig your purse for weed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's an idiot. And then after they got the firing off on each other, he got on the ground crying. He just set his gun down and said, "Fuck it, she can roll."
Yeah.
He could have shot the tires out. He could have unloaded on the car. He could have made sure she don't get away.
And she could have ran him over.
Yep.
She could have ran his ass right over too. It was just like, well, first of all, the guy's morbidly obese, and he should never be on the. He should never be on the street.
They need higher standards for these cops, because once they get out the academy, they all in shape and they pass their PT test and all that. After that, they don't have no standards no more, because then you see so many cops overweight, obese. Like, this cop can't chase nobody. He's sitting there rolling around on the ground in pain.
Yep.
He should have fucking grabbed that girl, handcuffed her, threw in the car, then searched the car. I ain't even a cop, and I know that.
Mm-hmm.
He got her in the car. You don't know what all you see is her wide back. You can't see nothing about what she doing on the other side of the car. And she got a damn loaded gun in that joint.
Wide back. Well, first of all, like you pretty much you said, what was you about to say? You constantly keep making fun of this lady.
Well, because what I'm saying is you can't see what she was doing. So he's standing behind her. All he sees is her back, and she's big, so she's blocking everything in front of her.
Right.
Like if she was skinny or small, you can kind of see her in the bag. You can't see nothing except her back.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, the guy that he's looking for has 6 outstanding drug warrants, and you think that's him in his car. The car is black, all black, fully tinted. The first thing I'm gonna do is when I'm approaching that car, I'm gonna have my gun in my hand. I'm gonna have my gun right in my hand. No, I'm not gonna have no taser. I'm gonna have my gun right in the hand, because I don't know who's in the car. I don't know how many people's in the car, and the guy's already running from the law. So
if Go ahead.
How about when he said, well, do you you know this is blankety blank's car? I forget his name. And she was like, well, look, I don't have nothing to do with that. But you driving his car. You have something to do with
Exactly. Exactly.
it. Ladies, another rule for ladies. You got a boyfriend that's in some shit, don't get in their car. Don't drive their car or nothing. You don't know what the hell, who's looking at him, who's following him, who's chasing after him. You don't know what's going on in his life. He ain't gonna tell you everything.
Now, when the cop first saw the dude got 6 outstanding warrants, if it's some violent offenses, he shouldn't even have to get out the car. He could have just used a damn bullhorn. Get out the car, get on the ground, put your hands up, and then once you walk up, see that is he ain't in the car. But to just walk up there all lackadaisical like he just got finished eating some damn donuts.
That's probably what he just got finished doing, eating.
Big as he is.
And and they said how the bullet went through his bulletproof vest. No, it didn't. The vest don't fully fit around his stomach.
Exactly.
And that's what he got. That vest.
See, there you go. Talk about me. There you go.
That vest probably go right up to his chest. Everything else, everything below his chest.
Like a man bra.
Yep. Well, I shouldn't laugh.
He's a big ass dude. There's no reason for him to be a cop. There's no reason for him to be sitting on the ground when she peeling off and he just sitting his gun down.
Yep.
Any updates on that story? What happened with her? Did they lock her up?
No, she died.
Oh yeah, my bad. She did drive the car off the road. I did. Okay.
Yeah, she died. Well, here's a story that in Atlanta we have to talk about this one. The sex addicted Robert Aaron Long shot. How many people did he shoot? Kill?
8, 6. Shot 8 and killed 6, I think.
Yeah, here's the report.
In Georgia, 3 different spas of the Atlanta area, 8 people killed, 6 of them Asian women. Tonight, the gunman in custody, he's now been charged with 8 counts of murder. The first shooting in a suburb of Atlanta around 5 p.m. last night, 4 people found dead. And then within an hour, police were called to 2 other spas in northeast Atlanta across the street from one another, where they found additional victims. Police quickly releasing these surveillance images of the suspect outside one of the locations. And tonight we've now learned that it was the parents of 21-year-old Robert Long who identified their own son. Police stopping him in what they call a pit maneuver on a highway 150 miles away. They believe he might have planned more attacks in Florida. The murders only raising fear among Asian Americans in this country, given what we have seen in the past year. Tonight, President Biden and Vice President Harris both weighing in on these horrific shootings. ABC's Steve Osunsami leading us off tonight from Atlanta.
Georgia investigators say that the 21-year-old who they just charged with murder is talking to.
Now that guy looked like he'll do a whole lot of killing too. You know you from Georgia when you got them whiskers going down. I hate to laugh. I'm sorry.
The whiskers beard with no mustache look.
Right. Now you know he hate niggas. You just know it.
Tonight, 6 of the 8 people he's now accused of killing are Asian women. And if they hadn't stopped him, police believe that Robert Aaron Long, seen here, would have continued on to Florida and gunned down more workers at similar businesses.
Some guy came in and took the gun, so everybody heard the gunshot.
Around 5 p.m. Tuesday, Long was seen in this surveillance video outside Young's Asian massage parlor in the North Atlanta suburbs. Police say he walked in, started shooting, and killed 4 people, 3 of them Asian. The niece of a victim who lived says her uncle wasn't even inside the business when he was shot.
Damn. He was coming out of the store beside the massage parlor and the other store beside it, and he was outside.
In the time it took to drive from the suburbs into the city, the call came into Atlanta police about another shooting at a similar business, a 24-hour spa.
We do not have a witness that actually is alive right now that can tell us who shot him.
While police were trying to help people who were dying at that location, witnesses were calling them about another shooting at another 24-hour spa directly across the street.
We need to make sure if we have any Asian spas, we need to be checking on them.
Police caught up with Long's black SUV south of the city, ran it off the road, and arrested the 21-year-old. His parents were the ones who called authorities and pointed the way. Police say they found him by tracking his cell phone. But investigators tonight now believe that the reasons behind these killings weren't as much about race and were more about violence against women. They say Long told them he was struggling with a sex addiction and was returning to punish the businesses he used to pay.
He apparently has an issue, what he considers a sex addiction, and sees these locations as something that allows him to go to these places, and it's a temptation for him that he wanted to eliminate.
Atlanta's mayor underlines that the tragedy of the deaths isn't suddenly any less.
We are not about to get into victim blaming, victim shaming here.
These killings come at a time when violence against Asian Americans is growing, thanks to the racist tropes surrounding the coronavirus. President Biden is being briefed by the FBI tonight.
Whatever the motivation here, I know that Asian Americans are very concerned.
The vice president, whose mother was Asian, spoke to the issue.
I do want to say to our Asian American community that we stand with you and understand how this has frightened and shocked and outraged all people.
And so let's bring in Steve Osunsami from Atlanta tonight. And Steve, I know police are still investigating the motive, and really regardless of motive here, this is only raising the fear even more among Asian Americans across the country after what we've been reporting here for months. And I know tonight patrols have been stepped up, not only there in Atlanta, but elsewhere across the country.
That's right, David. This is terrifying for these communities. In New York and San Francisco, they're stepping up patrols in Asian neighborhoods and around Asian businesses. Here in Georgia, the largest Asian population lives in Gwinnett County, which is just directly north of here. And the police there tonight are telling us that they are putting more of their officers on the road until further notice. David.
All right, Steve Osunsami leading us off.
Okay, now they telling us two things. Now, first of all, like you said about how we talked about Married at First Sight, about how Paige and Chris is too much Bible going on. There's too much Bible going on here too, because first he's hardcore real religious, and he keeps visiting these rubbing tugs, and he can't stop going to rubbing tugs and losing all his money. And I guess that's why he got mad. I don't know, but how are they trying to say this is a hate crime?
Yeah, they're trying to wrap it up into that, and that's not that, because if he hated Asians, he wouldn't be spending all his money there. Right. He went to the three spots that he always go to. They spent all his money. And I take it like this. I think he went there broke this time. It was like, I give these places so much money, they're gonna have to take care of me. And they like, no money, you leave. You know what I mean?
Why you had to say it like that?
No money, you leave. Like what?
No, you're using it like a broken English type of thing.
Like hurry up and buy. So I'm thinking my man ain't got no bread. But since he probably on a first name basis with these chicks at these joints, he's like, you know what? I spent too much money there. I'm going down there, and they're gonna have to take care of me. And when they told him to get out, if he ain't got no money, that's when he fucking flipped shit.
And then another thing, why is the news not reporting that these are rubbing tugs?
Right. So they saying he got a sex addiction, and he go there, but they're not putting two and two together. So right. So he got a sex addiction. He just going there to get a massage. They need to shut those places down. Then, if that's the case.
Exactly. And well, just 2 weeks ago, as we talked about before during text messages, 2 weeks ago, the black people was the ones that's supposed to hate Asians and want to beat them up or do harm to them. Now it's all these white guys are doing it. And I don't know where these people come from, because I've been around enough black people, being black myself and being around black people. I've never heard anyone say, you know what, I hate Asians. Let's get together and let's go beat them up.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Like we'll argue with them. I've seen a lot of black people argue with Asians. Like you see it at the nail salon type shit on TV and stuff. You seen it at the Chinese stores and shit like that. The stop and goes beer joints. Right. You see arguing, but don't nobody like put hands on them like that.
Exactly.
And they wanted to flip the script and make it seem like it's black people fucking up Asians when it never really was.
No. And they talking about that. I seen a report how black people need to be more in alliance to the Asian community. I like we their best to be their best partners in this, because who in the world gives them money?
Yeah, exactly. And I saw on the news where they was putting all these extra patrolmen in Chinatown. I was like, first off, don't nobody go to Chinatown but Asians. Ain't nobody going to Chinatown to beat up no Asians. No. I said, and the Asians that's in the hood that got the Chinese stores and the nail signs and all that, you don't see them walking around. They open up shop, they close shop, and they get the hell out of there.
Exactly. somebody gonna say, well, hey, look, let's go to Chinatown. You know what? Let's get in our car. Let's put 4 of us in the car, drive damn 30 minutes downtown to go to Chinatown so we can catch an Asian person walking down the street and let's attack them. That makes no sense at all.
They make majority of their money off of us. So how are we hating Asians if they making money off of us? If that's the case, we'd have burned down all their shops.
Exactly.
That's in the hood.
And all them beauty supply stores, like you can sit there and like look how people just in and out them damn stores all day long, making a killing, and don't really even help the community out. So we supposedly hate agents, like you said. We either done burned their buildings down a long time ago. So I don't know what this narrative is about these black people hating Asian shit. It's a bunch of bullshit, and it's like they want to try to start a race war or some shit.
Yeah.
Blacks versus the whites, the blacks versus the Asians. I guess we all supposed to be shooting and beating each other up. I don't know.
That's where everybody can team up and take us out.
Right.
They know the real deal though, because like you said, every time I look on the news and I see reports talking about it, I see them showing a white guy fucking up an Asian person, not a black person, a white guy.
Yep. And did you see the I think it was on World Star with the old Asian lady beating up the white dude? I guess the white dude was trying to attack her.
Yep, with the stick.
Yeah. But
Yep,
see,
him up.
right, but you don't hear any talk about this.
Yeah, because they don't want to put that out there. The media is fucked up when they direct what they want you to see.
Exactly. So down to sports, I want to get into this idiot Patrick Ewing about how he's the man in Madison Square Garden and he's got a quote unquote accosted because people kept asking him for his ID inside of Madison Square Garden, the home he helped build. Now,
First of all, don't call him an idiot because he's not an idiot.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. It was during the Georgetown and Big East tournament. I think that was last week or 2 weeks ago. So when as he was walking around, I guess he got rain of the building. People stopped. No, he shouldn't. Well, people asked him for his ID, and he got really upset that people was asking for his ID. First of all, let's be honest, Phil. Now, you've been to plenty of different stadiums, arenas, and all that type of stuff. Who does all the security there? Young black people.
Yeah, probably black.
Why do you think they would know who Patrick Ewing is?
But the thing is, like I was talking to Shay about this. First of all, he's coming in the back, so you have to go through security to get to the back. He's driving his cars through security to get to the back of the stadium. So when he come in those doors, he's 7'2". If he's already past the first line of security, you should say obviously he's somebody that's supposed to be back here.
But how are the teams are coming into the building? Are they coming through the back?
Yeah, they got like different entrances through the back where like the team, the staff will come in one way. Sometimes the staff come in the same way as the team, and then you have like executives that come in, but they might come in a different way than the team too, or they might come through the same way, and then it splits for like the executives go this way, the players go that way. Now, what I'm saying is to get back there, he already had to go through security, so they shouldn't be fucking with him.
Yes, they should have. Now, how about with the job say anybody that walked by here, you asked them for security, so they asked them for ID, and they did. And you said he's 7'2". It's a basketball tournament. Everybody's there 7'2".
His team was his team playing down there?
Yeah.
Okay, so if his team was down there, he was already like it's almost like when I told you when we was at the football game, the Eagles game, they let the soldiers onto the field. We came in back. So we came through the back of the stadium where the players go at and the media and stuff. And then it splits. So then when we got to the field, we pulled the flags out and everything. We were on the field. But then we never went through security. So they told us we had to go back out of the building and come in the way with the regular people to get through security. It was like a bunch of stupid shit. But when we came around, some of us in uniform, some of us wasn't. They didn't check our ID. Like it was a group of us and they knew like, all right, y'all come this way, y'all go that way, go through security.
And the thing about it, to these young folks there, old school to them is 2003. They don't know who fucking Patrick Ewing is. All our old players, they don't know who they are. The only type of old player they would know Jordan, of course, because of the sneakers. They would know Charles Barkley and Shaq.
I can somewhat agree with that, but I think if you work down there, they have his banners up, his name up, pictures of him up down there. You should know who he is if you work for them.
If you in the back, you don't see anything. If
Oh
he
man,
came
I'm
to the
sure
back,
you just
how
don't.
you want to see
You
a
just
picture of
don't.
Patrick
You
Ewing
just
in the
don't
back?
stay in the back. You walk around. You go get your food and walk the corridors and all that stuff. You don't just stay in the back. I'm not
And
buying that.
and then how about this, Phil? Maybe these people that was checking ID badges don't even look at sports like that, so they wouldn't know who Patrick Ewing is.
I don't know. Shay said she wouldn't know who Patrick Ewing is either if she saw him. But by him being 7 feet tall, she would have said, "Hold up!" And when he got somebody
It's a
else.
basketball tournament. Everybody's there 7 feet tall.
But they're not coming in that way by themselves like that in a suit.
There's other coaches. There's other coaches there too that are tall,
Yeah, ain't a lot of. Not a lot of
assistant
7 foot.
assistant
Not a lot of
coaches.
7'2" dudes down there.
I'm in it, by him complaining, them people probably lost their job too, or got
They
reprimanded
should
some
have.
kind of. No, they shouldn't.
You
They
should
did
have.
their job. They asked for your ID if you back here. These young people don't know anything about no damn Patrick
We can
Ewing.
agree to disagree on this one.
They don't know anything.
He's a Hall of Fame player for your team, probably the best player they ever had, and you don't know who he is, and you stopping him and messing with him.
They don't know. They don't. I'm telling you, Phil. These young folks like that. They don't know. They don't know anything about the black ones. See, the white ones they would, because white majority of white people, they all into like history and all. We already talked about that when it comes to music and all that stuff. See, they would know. They know old baseball players and shit like that. But when it comes to these young black folks, they don't know shit. They don't know stuff like that. I'm on their side because they might not have known who he is. Like how many people they only know Charles Barkley because he on TV. They only know Shaq because he on TV. What about Reggie Miller? Would you count Reggie Miller? I
Right, but
wouldn't even.
what I'm saying is the if you work for that place, you should know who they are.
No.
Their name is up, their pictures is up, they're the best player that they had. You should know who they is.
No.
I'm not saying everybody know, but you should know. And then if they coming through the back and they already went through security, then leave them alone. They already went through security.
Oh, okay. And then
He's 7 foot tall. If he say I'm not going to show you ID, what you going to do? Beat him up? It ain't like you got a gun.
and then they'll get in trouble if this guy walking around in the back and you didn't ask him. But did you ask him for ID?
If Pat Ewing walking around, ain't nobody gonna get in trouble.
They don't know it's Pat Ewing. They don't know. I'm with the young people side. These young people, old school to them is 2003. Ludacris is old school rapper to these young folks out here. I had a girl tell me one time that I guess she like what 34, 35. She only know Ice-T as being an actor. And I said, what?
Like that.
She was like, yeah,
And
all I
see-
know I'm being an actor. I said, that's weird.
Now, see well, I agree with you. Like everybody don't know who he is, but by that being the stadium that he played fucking 15 years in, and he's their best player, got his name hanging up in the rafters, his pictures up in throughout the building. Somebody should have knew who he was. So I don't agree with that. Now, if Pat Ewing was walking into Chicago Stadium, I don't expect nobody to know him. His name ain't up, his banners ain't up. Nobody don't know him. But if this is where he's been his damn near whole career.
But his last time he was in the playing in the Knicks was what 2000. So you got to keep in mind these people. Yeah, it was 2000, 1985 to 2000. Man, them people that's doing security was like born in like 97. They don't know who Patrick Ewing is.
I bet you Akeem Olajuwon can walk around the Houston Stadium without nobody fucking with him. Jordan can walk around the Chicago Stadium without nobody fucking with him. Reggie Miller can do the same with Indiana Stadium. All the greatest players can do that in their own stadium, except Pat Ewing. That don't make no sense.
Well, Jordan could walk around anywhere without no Akeem Olajuwon. I wouldn't even give you that. I'm sorry, sir. If Akeem Olajuwon was in the back. Now, if it was like okay, like Patrick Ewing, for instance, let's just say Akeem Olajuwon was a coach for a team, and so everybody there is tall. It's not like he's the only tallest person there. Everybody there is tall and all that stuff. I don't think one of them young security guards would know who Akeem Olajuwon is.
You making it seem like it's a shitload of 7-footers in college when it ain't.
But everybody's tall. They don't know his exact size, but everybody there is tall. You don't know what the difference between somebody 7'2" and somebody 6'8". They're both tall. So I don't agree with you. I do think Akeem Olajuwon would get hassled. Jordan wouldn't because everybody know who Michael Jordan is. Akeem Olajuwon, no.
No, he won't.
If it's a basketball tournament and everybody there is tall and everybody there is tall like him, they would. I don't think one of them young people would say, "Oh yeah, that's the dream." See, you know, because you seen him play. These young folks, they ain't seen Keem Olajuwon play.
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that stadium has his name in the rafters, has his pictures all up throughout it and stuff. You should know who he is. Nobody just sit at the back where they work at and don't walk around the stadium.
Well, maybe you focus on your job and not paying attention to all that other stuff you talking.
Bullshit.
How's that bullshit?
That's bullshit. You got to eat. You got to go to the bathroom. You got to leave your post. And like I said, he already went through security to get that far. They don't park their cars. We park our cars at. They go through security and park where somebody park. You know what I mean?
Park the car. He got on the team bus.
All right. Well, the bus pulls up in the back. You know what I mean? You still got to go through security.
But they don't know who he is, and they ask everybody to have their security badges out.
All right, we're not going to agree on this one.
No, that's because you got your mind of, because you seen him play and all that stuff. You have to have a mind of somebody 23, 24, because you know that's who's doing security there, and they don't know who Patrick Ewing is. They was born in 97, 96. Well, last thing I want to play is everyone there. You got to congratulate the Phil and Leroy Judgemental podcast, because we told y'all the Eagles needed a safety, and they picked one up, Anthony Harris. Now, how do you feel about this signing, Phil?
Anything is better than what we got, but I told you before, I don't want to keep our secondary has been trashed for like the last couple of years, and we keep switching people out instead of letting people learn to play with each other. So now we let one of our corners go, and then we picked up a new safety. So we're back to square one. We're trying to get players to gel and learn how to play with each other again. We need to stick to a unit that's okay and work with them. I was just talking about how Patrick Ewing, how he was supposedly trashing our team. Then he went to New England and was starting and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He wasn't being exposed like he was exposed here. It's like we don't know how to coach up secondary. Maybe we need a secondary coach.
Well, Harris had a strong season as a tackler in 2020, as he was third on the team with 104 of them. However, he seemed to struggle in coverage, as he allowed a passer rating of 118.1 on balls thrown his way, according to ProFootballReference.com. In 2018, he allowed a passer rating of 58.1. Damn, why have a drop like that? As an outstanding passer rating of 44.2 in 2019, a highlight reel of Harris' impressive 2019 season. Here's what you were talking about just now. This is why I'm reading this. The Eagles have inside intel on Harris, as new defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon was the Vikings' assistant defensive back coach from 2014 to 2017. He overlapped with Harris from 2015 to 2017. So they have a coach there that pretty much knows him.
Okay, so that kind of helps. But we supposed I think the last 3 years we made a big splash picking up a secondary, because Darius Slade's supposed to be the truth. He wasn't no different maker. Getting his ass bust last year. Year before that, we picked up the other dude. What was the other dude we paid all that money to, that corner?
Can't
think of his name. It was like a couple years ago.
I know you're talking about.
He got cooked, and now he's going. Like, we keep doing it. Like, if these guys are good, which they are, and it's not working out with us, that means it's either the coaching or the other players around them. Don't keep moving these. Secondary has got to be one. It's got to be a solid unit that play together. They got to know each other. They got to know, if I let this receiver go, my safety is going to pick him up. Like, you have to play together and get to know each other. But if we keep switching these pieces out every year, we're going to keep getting cooked every year.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that I forgot to mention, there's a rumor report that from our sources, which means that's something that we read off the internet, that the Eagles are interested in Deshaun Watson. Now, he's in some trouble now.
It's up to 12 now.
Yeah, he's in some trouble. Oh, did you see the tweet that I sent yesterday about it?
What did it say?
About the that news article about how he was talking to girls on Instagram for massages?
No. I heard that he had a couple massage chicks over the crib or whatever. And they said he touched or whatever.
I'm thinking that's like his thing. But that's how he get to talking to girls on Instagram. But the girls don't realize, okay, he was saying that he had to get a massage, that he had to go on Instagram for a massage because of the pandemic. Here's a franchise quarterback. If he needed a massage, the team has doctors.
God damn,
you don't think they can?
Yeah, okay. because he's the third highest paid player in football. Like you got to be kidding to use that as an excuse.
Exactly. Yeah, he said. Oh, you got to read the article. He said, because of the pandemic, he couldn't get someone to massage, so he's getting these Instagram girls. He's DMing these Instagram girls for massages. See, I'm kind of thinking that somewhere down the line, some money didn't come up right. He promised them. He promised them something that he didn't fail to deliver.
Yeah, he promised them if they break him off, and they didn't break him off, but still wanted the money on Mattel. That's what happened.
Yep. Oh, by the way, these are civil suits too.
It's always a civil suit. Did you hear the lawyer, Deshaun? I did see where Deshaun said that the lawyer asked him for a certain amount of money, and it's all to go away. And then he said no. And next thing you know, all these women coming out of the woodworks.
Well, the rumor is the Eagles are interested in Deshaun Watson. So, what's your take on that?
I think he's a good quarterback, top tier. I wouldn't say he's top 5, maybe top 10 on the back end. Like he's not a winner for real. Like he put up good numbers, but he don't win games.
Well, I'm on your side, and I'd rather just roll with the quarterback I got.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We've been through this switching players. Pretty much what you were just saying about the secondary. We don't need Deshaun Watson. I mean, what are you going to get him for? Are you going to sign him to a 1-year deal? Because they don't have any cap money.
He's not signing to no 1-year deal.
So he wants a long term. How can they afford it?
He's already under contract. He's got a big contract.
He wants to trade. I forgot. But they
he want to get traded.
But
you still got to pay him. You got to pay him, so you have to free up money to be able to pay him.
Right. No, also rumor is Nick Foles may be coming back. Now Nick Foles, I'll take Nick Foles as a backup.
I'll take Nick Foles back.
Because we don't have a backup quarterback. So I would take Nick Foles, but Deshaun, I'd rather just stay with what we have and just roll with that. You never know. Yep. You never know how Hurts might become. So I would rather just roll with that and take my chances. But
I just know when the draft rolls around, they better not draft a quarterback, because there's also been a rumor that they've been thinking about drafting a quarterback.
Yeah, that's stupid. Eagles, you already listened to us about the safety. Draft either a linebacker or do you want to? I don't want to draft a cornerback. I just say
I want
linebacker.
The linebacker or one of the top 2 receivers.
Oh, I forgot about the receivers. Yeah, a linebacker or a receiver. I would go with a receiver and get a linebacker in the second round. Oh, wait a minute. They got 2 picks. They got 2 first-round picks, right? Yeah.
Do they
got yeah, because they got didn't the Colts give us a first rounder? No, did the Colts give us a first? No, they didn't. Let me see.
They didn't give us a first rounder.
I think they got 6 and 20. Hold on. Oh, they have a 6. First round 6 and the second round 37. I would take a linebacker at 37 and a wide receiver, the best wide receiver in the draft at number 6. The best wide receiver in the draft. Well, one of them, because they should be there at number 6.
That's either the dude Chase or the one Heisman. One of those. If you can get one of those, you better grab them.
Yeah, that's what I would roll with. Linebacker at 37. And third round, they have 2 third-round picks, 70 and 84. That's from one of the third-round picks is from the Carson Wentz trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
We like the waste picks with defensive linemen. There's nothing wrong with our defensive linemen. We need other positions, but they'll still stack up on defensive linemen. I don't understand that.
Oh, yeah, I heard somebody talking that shit the other day because they talking about how Brandon Graham is getting old and all that stuff. Like, no, he's like one of the best players on the team. I don't care how old he is.
Exactly.
Well, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to us. You know, you can reach us on Twitter and Facebook at P&L Judgementals, Instagram at _Judgementals, and send us an email at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. And also keep commenting about Philip and his food stories. Did you see that the YouTube comments I sent you?
No.
Yeah, when you asked
about the food. Yeah. I seen him. It was a girl. I replied back to the female.
Yeah, about the poor boy.
Pole boy, hold the shrimp.
Well, all right, y'all. Thanks for listening to us.
Peace out.
Hey, yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty. Get this money, man. Fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're mad at me just by